Hey guys, welcome to the new video. This video is sponsored by Skillshare. If you are passionate about East Asian cultures and languages but feel stuck deciding which one to learn, Chinese, Japanese or Korean, you are in the right place. This video is here to give you clarity and direction. This isn't your typical language comparison video. With my background in social sciences and the amazing support of a large language learning community, I decided to do a little research. I posted a story on Instagram asking people who've learned at least 2 or even all 3 of these languages to answer 5 key questions. Why did you decide to learn these languages? Which one do you think is the hardest to learn and why? What were the most challenging aspects of each language? Which language had the best learning resources available? If you could recommend just one language to a beginner, which one would it be and why? To my surprise, I got hundreds of replies. A huge thank to everyone who shared their experiences and insight. After organizing all responses, which was no small task, I've put together this video to share their stories, struggles, and advice with you. What makes this video so special is the diversity of voices. These learners come from all over the world, each with unique perspectives and backgrounds, and their experiences are packed with nuances that you won't find in a typical language guide. My goal is to include as many of their authentic insights as possible to help you make the best choice for your language journey. So let's get started. Let me introduce these 3 languages briefly. Mandarin Chinese is the most widely spoken language in the world, with over 1 billion speakers. Its unique features include a tonal pronunciation system and the use of Chinese characters of Hanzi, which carry deep historical and cultural significance. Japanese is spoken by over 125 million people, primarily in Japan. Its writing system is fascinating and complex, combining kanji, borrowed Chinese characters, with 2 native phonetic scripts, hiragana and katakana. Korean is spoken by about 80 million people in South and North Korea. Its hallmark is the Hangul writing system, a scientifically designed alphabet that's surprisingly easy to learn. Each of these languages reflects unique cultures and histories of respective countries, and choosing one can feel unlocking a whole new world. But what are the reasons people actually decide to learn them? Let's hear directly from learners. For many, the journey starts with the fascination for East Asian cultures, as Ariana put it. I've always been fascinated by East Asia from its rich culture, food history, and its entertainment, movies, music, dramas, anime. Learning the language was about seeking a deeper connection to these countries. Others take a more practical approach. Patrick shared, I've been working for a global Chinese company, and I truly believe that learning someone's language fosters a deeper connection with them. For some, it's about strengthening personal relationships, Karen said. I wanted to communicate effectively with my grandparents who speak Chinese. Many are drawn by pop culture. Suhem grew up watching Korean dramas with her mom. I thought, why watch them dubbed when I can understand them in their native language? For some, the motivation is intrinsic, Mary explained. I wanted to take a challenge different from English or my native language, Spanish. Chinese was beautiful and unique, and it allowed me to engage my brain in new ways. Ultimately, your reason for learning a language is personal, and there's no right or wrong answer. It's about finding what excites and inspires you. Keep this in mind as we explore more insight from language learners in the next part. When it comes to deciding which languages is the hardest to learn, the answer isn't straightforward. It depends on your native language, learning style, and personal challenges. However, here's what the learners we spoke to have to say about each language, along with the direct comparison of their difficulties. Chinese stands out because of its tonal system and the sheer number of characters you need to learn. As Labib explained, Chinese is the hardest because the tones must be spoken correctly. A mistake can change the meaning entirely. For example, ma, 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 ma can mean mother, horse, or scored depending on the tone, is major hurdle for beginners. Chinese characters or Hanzi require memorizing thousands of unique symbols. Anthony shared, memorizing characters is way more difficult than learning words with an alphabet. It's a challenge that requires years of practice. Despite this, many learners find the beauty and logic behind Hanzi fascinating. Japanese is challenging for different reasons, Natalie pointed out. Japanese writing is the toughest because kanji has multiple readings and you also have to learn 2 additional scripts, hiragana and katakana. Japanese grammar is another tough aspect, especially for learners from Indo-European languages. Diana noted, Japanese grammar make me question all my cognitive abilities. The way of forming and expressing thoughts is so different from my native language. Additionally, Japanese is a high-context language, meaning much of the communication relies on implied understanding, which can be tricky to grasp. Korean is often considered the easiest of the 3 to start with, thanks to its alphabet, Hangul. Ursula explained, the alphabet and pronunciation are simple, which makes it easy to get started. However, as you progress, Korean grammar and honorifics present their own set of challenges. The sentence structure of Korean can be confusing for learners whose native languages follow subject, verb, object patterns. Meke shared, Korean grammar is so different from any language I know, it can be very confusing at times. So, which one is harder? Let's talk about writing system. Chinese most difficult due to memorizing thousands of characters. Japanese moderately difficult with kanji and 2 additional scripts. Korean easiest with its scientifically designed alphabet, Hangul. Pronunciation. Chinese hardest due to tones, Japanese easiest with straightforward sound, and Korean moderate with some unfamiliar sound for non-native speakers. When it comes to grammar, Japanese most complex due to its grammar and sentence structure. Korean challenging with honorifics and sentence structures. Chinese simplest grammar but still unique to learn. So which language is harder? It depends on what you find most challenging. If tones and memorizing aren't your strong suit, Chinese might feel harder. If grammar and kanji overwhelm you, Japanese might seem the toughest. If you are looking for a quicker start but are worried of a complex grammar, Korean may be the better choice. As Patrick put it, the tones in Chinese are intimidating, but once you get them, it's incredibly rewarding. If you want to learn more about a detailed comparison of the difficulties of these 3 languages, be sure to check out this video. Before we dive deeper into these languages, I want to share a tool that's been a game changer for my learning journey, Skillshare. This video is proudly sponsored by Skillshare, the largest online learning community for creative and lifelong learners. Whether you are looking to master a language, boost your productivity, or explore creative skills like illustration, filmmaking, or design, Skillshare has thousands of classes taught by industrial experts. For example, I've been exploring the class Creative Writing Bootcamp to better organize my ideas and storytelling for videos like this one. It has been such a valuable tool for refining my content. What I love most about Skillshare is its learn by doing approach. The classes are bite-sized and stackable, so you can learn at your own pace and even share your projects with the supportive community. Here's the best part. The first 500 people to use my link in the description will get the 1-month free trial of Skillshare. So if you are ready to start your learning journey or explore your creativity in 2025, head to the link below and try Skillshare today. No matter how motivated you are, having the right tools and materials can make learning more effective and a lot more enjoyable. So, which language has the best resources? Let's hear from real learners. One of the biggest advantages of learning Chinese is the sheer number of resources available, thanks to its global importance. CC shared, There are so many Chinese resources, especially for language exchange. You can find countless native speakers eager to practice with you. Suhan highlighted the variety of materials. Chinese has so many effective resources, textbooks, apps, podcasts, and even a Chinese reading book that introduce Istanbul. There's a resource for every level. Pedro pointed out that the Chinese is beginner-friendly when it comes to find materials. The availability of beginner resources and YouTube classes for Chinese is amazing. There's so much guidance for new learners. Japanese resources often integrate pop culture, making them fun and engaging. Talos explained. Japanese has a lot of media like anime, songs, film, dramas, and video games. These make learning immersive and enjoyable. Pedro shared his experience with Japanese learning materials. When I started using the Genki textbooks, my Japanese learning really took off. They are structured and great for beginners. Eva noted that while there's a wealth of Japanese resources, some are too focused on niche audience. Many materials are geared toward anime fans, which isn't always helpful for serious learners. Korean learners rave about free resources like Talk to Me Korean, Usla said. Korean has so many great free lessons, textbooks, and guides. K-dramas and K-pop make it fun to learn and stay motivated. Meki emphasizes how accessible Korean resources are for self-study. I found Korean books and online resources super effective since I can read Hangul. The materials are clear and easy to use. Karim pointed out the wide variety of Korean resources. There are free lessons, platforms, and even content like K-dramas and Korean books that help you learn the language naturally. So which language has the best resources? It depends on what you are looking for. If you want a structured start with plenty of academic materials, Chinese might be the way to go. If pop culture motivates you, Japanese has an incredible range of media to keep you engaged. For a mix of accessibility, fun, and beginner-friendly resources, Korean is hard to beat. As Cici said, all three languages have plenty of resources in 2025, so the key is to choose the one that matches your learning style and interest. Now we've reached the final question, and it's probably the one you've been waiting for. Many learners recommend Chinese for its practicality and global relevance. As Patrick put it, Chinese is one of the most useful languages in the modern world. The grammar is simple and learning it can serve as a foundation for exploring other Asian languages. It's ideal for those interested in China's rich history, culture, and career opportunities, and its abundance of resources make it beginner-friendly. Japanese is perfect for those who are captivated by its culture of pop media like anime and manga, as Eva shared. If you are drawn to Japanese culture, history, or media, learning Japanese is a natural choice. Its pronunciation is beginner-friendly and kanji as a rewarding challenge. Korean is widely praised as the easiest to start with. Usla explained. Korean is easier to start with because the alphabet pronunciation are simple. The quick wins with Hangul build confidence for beginners. It's a great choice for fans of K-drama, K-pop, and modern Korean cultures. So which language should you choose? Follow your passion. If you are fascinated by a particular culture or form of entertainment, that's the language to start with. Consider your long-term goals. If you are looking for career opportunities or global connections, Chinese might be the best choice. For a fun and accessible start, Korean is ideal. And for cultural depth and pop media immersion, Japanese is unbeatable. As Diana put it, choose the language that captivates you. Passion will keep you going when things get tough. Ultimately, the best language for you is the one that excites you the most. Every language has its challenges, but it also has unique rewards that make the journey worthwhile. So ask yourself, what are you most passionate about and what kind of a journey do you want to embark on? Now, it's your turn. Comment below and let me know which language you are most excited to learn and why. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and share it with someone who's also curious about East Asian languages. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!